Sounding exquisite.
Oh shit, we back again. What's up, what's happening? Come to the party and bring a friend. Fuck it, I'm bringing 10. Ooh, trying to chat a 10. Big boy trying to chat a 10. She said I was catchy. I said, so tap him in.
Touchdown!
Double cup, wow, I stuck smile when I puff loud. I touch clouds, catching touchdowns in my mind now, cause I'm zoned out. On a porch couch in the iCloud. 2 coughs and I'm back now. 2 coughs and I'm packed out. Somebody give me a drink before I gotta sit down. I'm making hits now with a smooth style.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy Riley Puddin Peters coming to you live with the Dr. Preston Rowe. This is the Trash Talk Tailgate, and we had a banger of a Saturday, well, even a Friday, with some dominant wins, some upset wins, some wins that we totally expected that weren't that crazy, but they still won. Honestly, get the full gambit of shit out of this weekend, that's for sure.
Hey, man, it was another weekend of chaos. 4 top 10 teams lost this weekend.
Yeah, dude. I mean, as always,
crazy.
It feels like chaos is abound in college football. It's the reason why you watch it.
Absolutely.
No one's ever safe.
No.
And off that, we go to the first game. Speaking of no one's ever safe, number 2, Miami. This one was from Friday night. If you were here for our 7:30 prediction live stream that we do every Friday at 7:30 p.m., you would have known that this game was happening live, and it started off very good for the Louisville Cardinals, and they kept that. They kept that all game. Shouts to them.
This game, I mean, look, man, Louisville, they came into this game saying we need to stop Miami's run game. Obviously, they have a very dominant offensive line, and they shut down Miami's run game. And then even more important, I think, they put pressure on Carson Beck. And whenever we've seen it, we saw it last year at Georgia. Georgia didn't have a great offensive line last year. When you put pressure on Carson Beck, he's liable to make very costly mistakes and turn the ball over. And he threw 4 interceptions.
And damn if he didn't. Yeah. 4 interceptions. Yeah, dude, your team's just not going to win when you turn the ball over 4 times. That's a simple fact of football. You can write that one down in the book. Yeah, dude. I mean, Carson Beck, we've said it. We said it last year. And this year, it was kind of almost tricky, man. He's looked so good this year. But that old Carson, it's still in him, man. Like you said, when he gets heated up, when he's feeling pressure, he gets very uncomfortable, and he makes boneheaded throws.
Yeah, man. I mean, and then on the flip side, Louisville said, we're going to put our best receiver, Chris Bell, in very favorable situations and get him on favorable matchups. And they said, we don't think you can cover him. And he had 9 catches for $136 and 2 touchdowns. Yeah. And they were proven right. Miami could not cover Chris Bell. Chris Bell is a fucking playmaker. He is an absolute weapon for Jeff Brom and that Louisville offense.
Yeah. And he's incredibly effective because he's a guy that you can move around. He can do a bunch of different stuff within the set. You know, he's a guy that you have to identify as soon as they break the huddle because he's going to come out there. He's going to be somewhere new almost every time. But sliding with him, Isaac Brown, the running back, number 1, the big Uno, going for Uno Trace, 113 on the ground.
Yeah,
that's a big game out of him against a team like Miami. We already talked about their great offensive line. They're also known for having a great defensive line, a great defense in general. So the fact that Louisville really found the way to give them a double dose of both of it, man. They gave them the run game and they gave them the pass game in a very efficient manner. It was a great game plan out of them.
Yeah, and Louisville, they only turned the ball over once as opposed to Miami's 4 times. Carson Beck's 4 interceptions. But it all started, like I said, up front with Louisville shutting down that Miami run game. We've seen it, man. If you can shut down this Miami run game and make them sort of one-dimensional, you can have success against them. We saw Florida State do it. They just couldn't capitalize on those opportunities. There's still a close game.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, and I mean, the thing the thing about this game specifically with me in my mind with the turnovers with Carson Beck is they weren't like there's something about like a quarterback coming out on the field 2 plays into a drive, throwing a pick. You know, it sucks for the defense, but you're like, man, fucking we get him again. You know, we ride again. But when you're driving the field, when you're 6, 7, 8 plays into a drive and you throw a pick, like when your team's gone, you know, multiple yards, whatever, that hurts. I mean, one of the interceptions was on a 10-play drive. The other one was on a 12-play drive. I mean, it's just like painful. That fucks your team up mentally, dude. When you're driving the ball like that and you turn it over, that fucks your team up mentally.
Because then if you're a defender on Miami, you're like, oh fuck, we gotta go out there and do it again. We gotta get another stop and bail out our offense. Who was having success driving, and then it's just you know just the worst turnovers at the most inopportune times. And then you know Carson Beck, he kind of threw his receiver under the bus. That last diving interception was a great interception. Like you said, they were driving, but he said it was a miscommunication by the wide receiver. Apparently the wide receiver just ran the wrong route. But still, you can't say that, man. You can't throw your teammates under the bus like that.
Yeah, that's my favorite, dude. Quarterbacks being like, nah, man, he didn't know the route. Shut up. You know that no one else knows. You're just saying that shit. But yeah, no, I mean, besides that, dude, the number two team in the nation, honestly, a team that, you know, besides like Ohio State, maybe like a team that was looking pretty good, you know, like a team that didn't really have any obvious flaws coming into this. I mean, we've talked about Carson Beck and his inconsistencies, but like I said previously, this season we haven't really seen them quite the same until this game.
But no one has been able to put pressure on him.
Yeah.
All year.
Yeah.
You know, and that's a credit to that offensive line, but Louisville, they got after him, man. If you put pressure on Carson Beck, he's liable to do this. This has always been in him.
It's always there, dude. It's his soul. It's what's in him. And like you said, dude, I mean, they shut down the run game with it. I mean, they put together a scheme to do it all, man. Shut down the run game and create pressure because they held the entire team to 63 yards of rushing. And Miami is a team that doesn't want to do that. They want to run the ball. Just over 2 yards a carry. I think it was like 2.3 yards a carry. You know, that's hard to do, especially with how great that offensive line is and those bubs up front. That's hard to do. Great scheme, dude. That is
really hard to do, man.
Louisville, we said it before, we'll say it again. They're an upset machine out there in the ACC. They're always underrated. They're always dangerous. And they're always looking for this exact matchup, dude. This is what they live for.
Yeah, man.
What a program.
Jeff Brom is now 4-0 against top 5 teams. That's crazy. Which means you know fucking Penn State's gonna try to hire him.
Yeah, they're gonna shout out, hey, you want to leave that school? He's like, nah, dude, this school's got better luck than yours does. I'll beat Miami as an underdog. I don't really feel like playing Ohio State every year.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Who would want to play Ohio State?
Well,
it's just tough.
Yeah. Tough. Man. But Louisville, man, 24-21, they beat the Hurricanes. The number 2 team in the nation goes down.
And Riley, we talked about it all year, man. Do you really trust this Miami team to get through the ACC unscathed?
Yeah.
Because I didn't think it would be this game, but it's Mario, man. You can't trust Mario in games like this.
For sure. There's just too many. There's a lot of giant killers in the ACC as well. There's a lot of teams that love to play the spoiler. You know, you get Duke, NC State, Louisville, all of those teams, they love to be the guy that beat, you know, the big ranked opponent, the big bad guy on the street. So, that's a big game. Big game for Louisville. That's a program win for them. I mean, being the number 2 team in the nation, it doesn't matter who you are and how you do it. That's a great win. You're going to put that one right on the mantle.
Absolutely, dude.
All right. Moving on from that one. I'm just going to mention how Patrick Apartments got sacked 9 times. Not really to talk. I mean, they lost 24-6. It says it all. But dude, getting sacked 9 times is rough. And we're gonna slide down to ask Wisconsin, who the hell wants to play Ohio State?
Look, man, I see a lot of people talking shit to Ohio State fans, being like, "Oh, Julian Sain's not that good. He's just got Carnell Tate and Jeremiah Smith on the outside." But like, look, man. How many times do we see quarterbacks that have great talent around them squander it and not just – he's doing what he's supposed to do. He gets the ball out on time and on target, and he's throwing with anticipation. I mean, look, man, we saw what happened with the Bengals. Jake Browning would not throw the ball to Jamar Chase and T. Higgins unless they were wide the fuck open.
Yeah.
And we saw Joe Flacco. He comes out. He says, "Hey, you know what? I trust Jamar Chase to win this route. I'm just going to throw it to him. He's not open. I trust he'll get open." That's what Julian Sain's doing. He's not waiting for them to get open. He's throwing the ball with anticipation, and he's just letting his elite level playmakers go up and make plays.
Yeah.
And that's what he's being asked to do. He's doing a great job, man. And he's not turning the ball over.
That's number 1, dude.
And with that defense led by Matt Patricia, dog, I mean, they look like they're ready to repeat.
Oh, dude,
honestly,
that defense is insane. Like, I mean, Wisconsin let 9 people touch the football rushing, 8 people touch the football rushing, and they only got 95 yards total as a team on 31 carries. And then passing, I mean, 54 yards for their starting quarterback. Their second string came in kind of late through a backwards pass. So they netted 49 total yards.
That's ridiculous.
Passing? 49 yards passing? What is that, dude? I don't think I've ever seen that. I don't know, man. That's insane. From a team that tries to throw the ball too. Like, you know, obviously Wisconsin, they're going to try to run the ball. They ran it 31 times. Obviously they're going to try to run the ball, but dude, they also try to throw the ball except for against, when you can't against Ohio State.
They had 144 yards of total offense. They were 2 of 11 on third down. This defense, you talked about it all year, Riley. They suffocate you.
Yeah.
They're a boa constrictor. And with that offense, if they're humming like that and they're not turning the ball over, you've got to play really, really good, clean football to even have a chance to beat them.
Yeah. I mean, I don't even think it's like you have to play like perfect football. It's not even like good, clean football. You have to like get everything. You don't have to just be good. You have to get all of the 50-50 balls. Like, you have to be perfect. Your offense has to be perfect. Matt Patricia was a monster in the NFL, and he's a monster in the college level. And if you didn't expect that, if you didn't think that, I don't know. I don't know how to tell you were wrong. You're crazy. Like, that dude knows how to scheme defense, and you are seeing it. And suffocating at this point, I don't even think they're suffocating, dude. They just are murdering. Like, it's not even suffocation, dog. It's just killing them.
Yeah. And to your point, Riley, Matt Patricia, he was a really good defensive coach in the NFL. He had really good defenses. Wasn't good as a head coach, but, we see it.
It happens to everyone.
But, Riley, at Ohio State, you have so much more talent than everyone else. So you combine that coaching acumen with all that talent that you have over the rest of the Big Ten, or the majority of the Big Ten. Like, this is what happens.
Yeah.
They are playing lights out football right now.
I mean, dude, textbook clinical defense. And they've got some of the best players, like you just said. They've got some of the best athletes. Mm-hmm. I mean, they're creating a new crop of menaces for the NFL. That's for sure, dude. There's some dudes on this Ohio State defense that are going to get drafted. They're going to go and you're going to see them on Sunday. and hear their name quite a bit.
Yeah, man. Caleb Downs, the safety. I've talked about him all year. A new guy that's kind of emerged. They're all 4- and 5-star recruits. Arvell Reese, their linebacker, just creates havoc. He had 2 tackles for a loss and a sack. You know, he's just everywhere. They just swarm to the football.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's just it's tough.
Dude, it's insane how hard it is to play against that front. Like every day having to that's why their offense is so good. I'm telling you, dude. They have a young quarterback that has to figure out that fucking defense when they do 1v1s. Like, you know, we talk about iron sharpens iron, but dude, there's nothing quite like that. Mm-hmm. Like when your everyday practice reps are against such a high caliber defense, like I can imagine Julian saying probably actually hates himself. I bet you he throws 3 picks of practice and he thinks he's terrible. And then he comes out against Wisconsin and does that. And he's like, you know what? I don't suck.
It's just my fucking defense.
Yeah, dude. It's just in practice, apparently. Yeah. Like, dude, I want to know Julian Saban's practice interception numbers, dude.
I mean, look, Riley, like how many times did we hear players on like the Nick Saban teams at Alabama be like, yeah, practice was harder than the games.
Oh, yeah, dude. I mean, the best teams, you hear it all the time. I mean, you even hear it in the NFL. We talked about, was it the Lions and the Dolphins, I think, right, this year? When they had team practices, the Lions players, you know, Lions, an incredibly well-coached team, incredibly well-ran program. And, you know, they're playing a team like the Dolphins, who this year are fucking self-destructing. I wonder why. Because apparently the practices suck. And you hear it from the players. We're not even talking about coaches saying that. We're hearing players from other teams being like, yo, what they were doing was whack. Yeah. And then, you know, you see a team like this, like you're saying, like Alabama with Nick Saban. Like, I can only imagine this Ohio State's practices where everything is like, it's going to be difficult, but you're going to get through it. Why? Because you got great teammates and you got great coaches.
Yeah.
And, you know, that kind of culture it's a buy-in culture. And when you buy in, you get a ticket to the big show. And that's
I mean, look, man, the Michigan game notwithstanding, I don't see how anyone beats this Ohio State team right now.
Yeah.
Michigan's just, you know.
Yeah, exactly. I was about to say, Michigan's that's just some voodoo. Like, whatever happens in that game happens, you know. Honestly, I hope it happens just so Ohio State can have another run like they did last year, where everybody was like, "Oh yeah, no, they're terrible now." Like they were great all season. They lost one game at the end. Yeah, they're trash.
Yeah.
All right, but 34-0. If you didn't want to, you want to know the score, they won that one fucking 34-0.
Ridiculous.
Let's move on. Another team that's absolutely firing on all cylinders right now, and I really just want to give them a shout out because with Carson Beck's absolute meltdown down there in Miami, Fernando Mendoza steps up in the Heisman list, I think. You know, there's a few names on that list right now. We're going to talk about a bunch of them as we get through the games today. But I think Fernando Mendoza now, with Carson Beck having this just generationally bad performance, a seasonally bad performance for him, you know, I think that's going to hurt his numbers for the Heisman voting. And Indiana and Fernando Mendoza, they rolled over Sparty, dude. I mean,
they started out slow, like it was a close game early, but then they woke the fuck up and they just rolled them. Fernando Mendoza had as many incompletions as he had touchdown passes.
Yeah, for the second time this season, by the way. That's not the first time this season he has held that stat. This kid is efficient.
Yeah.
I mean, he sees the field better than some NFL quarterbacks, to be honest. And, you know, that's saying something. We'll see how he transitions at the next level, but it's real, dude. That guy, his ability to scan the field and make a decision in 2 seconds is unmatched in college football right now. And I'll stand by that.
Absolutely. What are you talking about, Riley? Obviously, the NFL is still going to take Drew Aller over Fernando Mendoza.
Yeah, dude. Some shitty GM is going to ruin his entire legacy for fucking Drew Aller. I'm looking at you, Jerry. Do it for me. Do it for me, please.
Oh my God, dude. You would fucking nut.
Oh, dude, I'd
Right.
love that so bad. If Jerry
Yeah.
Jones went out of his way to go get Drew Aller. Oh, that'd be so good. I'd be so happy. No, it's gonna be the Jets. We all know it's the Jets. That's how they replace Justin Fields with Drew Aller.
They're
But
like, we need Josh Allen 2.0.
yeah, let's go get Drew Aller out of Penn State.
Yeah.
But back to this. I mean, you're right, dude. A little bit, and honestly, a slow start. With that being said, they were winning fucking 21-10 at halftime. And then blanked Sparty until I think their last drive of the game where they kicked a field goal. That's how they let them score 10 in the first half, and then they didn't do anything until the fourth quarter where they kicked a field goal.
Yeah.
Indiana, Kurt Signetti, obviously he just got the fat payday.
He's a dog.
He's a dog, and he's earned his payday, and he backed it up this game. He knew that all of the press was going to be on him, dude. If they lost this game today, imagine the headlines.
Mm-hmm.
You know, even if it was a close game, like if they won, but it was we'll see it in a little bit, like a Texas A&M versus Arkansas kind of win, where it was a little bit close there at the end, and people were like, "Ooh," if they would have done that, people would have been asking questions because of his price tag.
And Riley, look at their schedule the rest of the way: home versus UCLA, at Maryland, at Penn State, who is fucking completely cratered, home versus Wisconsin, then the rivalry game at Purdue.
Yeah,
they could easily go undefeated again. Like they could go undefeated.
I mean, realistically, their hardest game right now is going to be at Maryland. I mean, in that schedule, if you're looking at that rundown, Maryland this year, they've kind of found their way back down to reality a little bit, but that's a team that can fucking score.
Yeah,
you got to be careful for them. And then UCLA, obviously they've had that, but I don't think they're going to do anything. Not against Indiana. That's not the kind of team that you get UCLA lucky against. I mean, Maryland, those away games, Maryland and Penn State, Kurt Signetti's got to be – those are the two that he's got to be worried about, man. Because, listen, new coach Juju is real. Look at UCLA. Look at a team. It happens. A team gets rid of a coach, especially a team that's got a lot of talent. They get rid of a coach and just stuff starts happening. But I don't know.
Unless you're Penn State, because I was
going to say, I just don't. I don't see that energy out of Penn State so far.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. That's hilarious, Stinker. Deshaun Foster did not know that UCLA was in Los Angeles. That shit was crazy.
Oh, he didn't understand the LA and UCLA?
Yeah.
No, this shit murders me, dude. Every time, someone's like UCLA, just ones where the fucking shit's in the name. I know it's letters, but you can if you think really hard, you can figure out what it is. I promise.
Wait, Riley, you're telling me that Alabama is in Alabama?
Dude, fucking Alabama's in Alabama.
Yeah, dude.
Next thing you're going to tell me that Nebraska's in Nebraska. Don't fucking do that to me.
No, absolutely.
Pull out the guns.
There's no way. There's no way.
You're telling me Michigan State Spartans aren't in fucking Greece? This is fucking stupid. This is stupid.
Oh, yeah, dude.
All right. But yeah, 38-13 out of Indiana. Kurt Signetti, another win under his belt. Fernando Mendoza, another great performance to put himself into the Heisman candidacy. Yeah,
there's another big name that we're going to talk about later that I would argue for.
Oh, yeah, no, there's some other names. Like I said,
yeah,
we got some names. There's some names. We're going to talk about pretty much all of them through here.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, and Dinker,
right now he's
right,
the
dude.
front runner.
You're right, Dinker.
Can you imagine if Indiana goes undefeated and has the Heisman Trophy winner?
Dude, in 2 years after hiring a new coach, that's the kind of work that Kurt Signetti's known for. That's why you hired a guy like him, dude.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he did devious work at JMU. Imagine what he can do with a big-time program like that,
Yeah.
All right. But moving on from Kurt Signetti, let's go talk about oil money. I mean, I guess this is oil. I think Texas A&M is kind of military money, technically, right?
I mean, they are oil money, but they're a military school. They get a.
I was going to say they get a lot of their money from their ROTC program, the ROTC program. Mm-hmm. So I think this is This is the perfect culmination of evil out there in Texas A&M. They got oil money and military money. Yes.
This game had a long as fuck like weather delay. Like the weather was
did.
shitty. The weather was shitty kind of across the country yesterday.
Yeah, they called a lightning delay for like a couple hours, right?
Yeah, no, and I mean, just there was no defense in this game.
Nope.
The offenses played really well. Marcel Reed for A&M, I've talked about him all year, man. Like he's getting better every single week at going through his progressions. He's always been able to hit the things that are there. It's just he struggled early last year and into this year with going through progressions. He's gotten better and better. They're able to run the ball really well with Ruben Owens. Marcel Reed is obviously very athletic. He can scramble.
Yeah.
I mean, I think this game, look, man, A&M, every team has these games where you need to win a shootout. Like you can't, in today's modern college football, you need to be able to win shootouts when your defense is having a bad day. And that's what A&M did. All that matters is that you get the win.
Yeah.
And,
I mean, honestly, this is one of those games where you're like, defense having a bad game, a weird game, like we said, long delay. That always throws stuff out. I always feel like delays like that benefit the offense because giving offensive minds the time to sit there and think, they're going to figure something out. But you're right, dude. I mean, this is one of those games. You got to win these kind of shootouts.
And this is a rivalry game. Obviously, Arkansas, they don't have anything to play for now. Like they threw everything into this game with their interim coach, Bobby Petrino. Taylor Green played well. Yeah. Just wasn't, 19 of 32. He didn't turn the ball over. Had 3 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. It's just, and they found a way to win.
Yeah, and to me, it was
that's what you have to do.
Yeah, no, real talk. And for me, Mike Washington from Arkansas, if it wasn't for him, dude, they probably wouldn't have been in this game. I mean, he busted like a 57 at one point.
Yep.
One of them busted the quarterback busted a 49 at one point late. Like, they kept getting these kind of gash runs to keep them in position to keep trying to make plays. And so, shouts out to them. But like we said, Texas A&M, they're a rally kind of squad. They do have a great defense. And I don't think this game is indicative of this defense. I don't think you should expect to score 42 on Texas A&M when you line up with them. But it is good to see them kind of, like you said, take these shots. You're going to have these kind of games. And to be able to steady the base and withstand. Because, Texas A&M took the lead in this. At a certain point, they kind of early, they took over the lead, and then they just held it, in the second half. I mean, it was a tie ball game going in, and they were like, fuck it, dude, we got to find a way. Or I guess it was a 1-point ball game at halftime, not a tie ball game, but close enough. But yeah, no. So they got a lead and they just withstand, dude. Arkansas, they tried to make a comeback in the fourth quarter, but it was too late. And that's that's good ball out of Texas A&M.
Yeah, and I mean, again, they're gonna make corrections, like you said. They do have a really good defense. There's lots of talent on that defense. Oh, we got to do it.
It only 2. It's 2. I already knew. I already looked.
Oh, okay. It's only 2.
It was tackles. 2. It was only 2. The Tyrion York tackle count. It's only 2. I did it. Oh, yeah, I was ready.
Shout out Jack Lee. But look, man, I mean, Alabama, after what they did to Tennessee, we'll talk about them a little bit later.
Yeah.
I think these are probably the 2 best teams in the SEC right now, A&M and Alabama.
I mean, Georgia is obviously up there too. I think it's them. I think it's those 3 in a weird conference, like in a weird fucking circle, triangle thing.
I mean, I feel like you probably have to throw Vandy in there too.
I agree. I mean, this is a 4-headed monster right now. It really is. I mean, Vandy, obviously they kind of got handled by Alabama, but I think Alabama had a lot to prove in that game, and I think they were playing with extra energy.
Yeah.
I don't know how many times you line those 2 teams up together. I bet you they come out 500 more than they come out one team winning more than the other. But yeah, I agree with you, dude. It's like Texas A&M, Alabama, Georgia, Vanderbilt. I mean, Ole Miss started hot, but Chambliss disappearing in the fourth that was Georgia, dude. That was Georgia's defense, dude.
Kirby finally got some stops. Like, you have
honestly,
to give credit to Georgia. We're about to talk about that game.
I was going to say, we're there right now. We had just finished wrapping up. That was the next game, so let's talk about it, dude. Like, you're right, though. I mean, Ole Miss got out to a quick start, a fast start, and
they scored touchdowns on their first 5 possessions.
And that's, you don't expect that against Kirby Smart team, but Kirby Smart, they scored too. And that's it, dude. I mean, Ole Miss played great offense, but dude, you got to play both. And that's the thing about Georgia. That's the difference is, that's the reason why Georgia's up there, Alabama's up there, Texas A&M's up there, because all of them do have great offense, but they play damn good defense. And that's the thing with the Lane Kiffin Ole Miss that I think we're seeing is kind of the thing is at the end of the game when the pressure was high, they got fucking cakewalked by Georgia, dog.
Yeah.
Georgia's last 2 touchdown drives, it looked like they were fucking playing a JV football team. Like, it was like, what happened? Where was the team that played in the first half versus now? And I don't think it's a surprise. I don't think it's a shock. Like, you know what it is. It is the difference in the coaching. Like, that's right there. It's in everything you're seeing.
You want to hear a crazy stat, Riley?
What is it?
This was the first time in Kirby Smart's career, either as a defensive coordinator or a head coach, going back to his days at Alabama as the DC, where he did not get a single defensive stop in a half of football.
That's kind of crazy. Yeah, dude. Georgia upsetting Ole Miss is one of the biggest things. I mean, this has got to be like one of the biggest upsets of the week, dude. Ole Miss, number 5 Ole Miss going down to number 9. I mean, that's big.
Yeah. I mean, but I think you have to give a lot of credit to Lane Kiffin because they had a good game plan and they got the ball out quick. Chambliss was getting the ball out of his hands so quick. That pass rush couldn't get to them, and they were breaking tackles. And Georgia, they nutted up when they had to. And they made the plays that they needed to make to get those key defensive stops in the fourth quarter.
Yeah. I mean, the difference was Kirby and their defense coordinating staff, they saw exactly what you're just saying, dude. Chambliss was boom, boom. Like, he wasn't 1, 2, 3, get rid of the motherfucker. He was like 1.5 and it's gone. It's like, and with that, you saw that Georgia defense, they said, fuck you. If you want to beat us, you're going to beat us over our head. We're going to take 2 steps up. They pressed their fucking corners in the second half, especially later in the second half, towards the end of the game. They started fucking pressing their corners, and I was like, let's go. Let's go, Kirby.
Beat us.
Dude,
they
literally,
said beat us.
Kirby in the realest sense of football. Because there's nothing quite like pressing your corners.
No.
So, like, make especially an offensive mind like Lane Kiffin, like someone with nuts like Lane Kiffin's got, pressing your corners in a tight game is such a fucking what are you gonna do, bitch kind of move, dude. And Georgia, dude, shouts to them. They fucking played it.
I mean, but on the flip side, you have to give credit to Gunnar Stockton, dog. He played really well.
He did.
He had 5 incompletions. He had 4 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. Like, Gunnar Stockton in the fourth quarter outplayed Chambliss.
Oh, yeah. No, for sure. And that's when it matters, doesn't like the only time when playing better actually matters. It's the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
If you're in a close game, you can play great for 3 quarters, but if you forget that last one, it's gonna feel bad at the end of it. I promise.
And I mean, look, man, like that Ole Miss, they beat Georgia last year, but they were better on the lines of scrimmage, I thought, because they had Walter Nolan. They had a bunch of NFL dudes up front. This year, the game I thought was more evenly matched, and it was, because Georgia, they don't have those dudes up front this year.
Yeah.
But it really was who is going to win this game in the fourth quarter. And Ole Miss, like you said, they started off hot. They just couldn't finish when it absolutely mattered. And you have to give credit to Georgia and Kirby Smart for that because they made the necessary adjustments. their offense came through when they needed it to, and their defense got the stops when they absolutely had to have them. And we talk about all the time, Riley. They know how to win.
Yep. That's it, dude. That's winning football, dude. That's it. I mean, that's all it is, especially in a game that finishes 43-35. It requires executing for 4 quarters, and that's what Georgia did.
Yeah.
Shots to Kirby, shots to the Dogs. All right, moving on. We've got the last of, or actually not the last. We got another one, but we got another big SEC battle. A big SEC battle. It's a big one.
Hey, man. Joey Aguilar threw 2 touchdowns. The problem was one of them was to Alabama.
Yep.
Dog, that pick 6 to end the half, that 99-yard pick 6 to end the half, that was the difference. Like, that swung all of the momentum in Alabama's favor.
Yeah, and it was like, it's such a, like, not stupid pick to throw, but like, considering where you were, I mean, let's look at this. Let's take a second and fucking break this down, dude.
Worst case, you kick a field goal, it's 16-10 going into the half.
Worst case scenario, there's 9 seconds left.
Yes.
You are on the 1-yard line. And I don't know. I can't imagine. I know these kids are a little bit younger than us playing right now. You know, the kids that are playing in this game, they're a little bit younger than us, but there's no way they're not young enough to not remember a certain Super Bowl.
Yes.
Where a certain team with a certain running back on the certain 1-yard line ran a certain play that fucking cost them a Super Bowl. And to just like, this was just, let's just fake the run. And I mean, there's 4 guys over there. I get that that's a quick read, but at some point, you know, you can't, man.
The other thing, Riley, is he underthrew it.
Yeah, no, it was terrible.
He threw it inside. You can't do that.
I mean, it was everything
that
about
ball
that
has to be to the sideline.
Yeah. Honestly, even if you threw it to the side, even if you threw a perfect ball, there's 3 guys waiting for this pass.
Yeah.
Like, you know, you come off here. As soon as they did this, I mean, this is great pressure. He gets picked up, but he just does that. And I mean, this dude's just sitting here waiting.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have the guy that gets the pick 6. And I mean, he's just eyeing, waiting for the ball. I mean, he reads this thing like it was a fucking 3rd grade novel.
Yeah. I mean,
and he's gone, dude. What a return too.
All of the momentum's just, dog, like, that is a 14-point swing because Tennessee, like, they lose out on points and they gift Alabama a touchdown.
And I think, if I'm not mistaken, Alabama started with the ball in the second half too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
it was like every bad swing you can take in a football game all at once.
It was not good, man.
It's just,
and Ty Simpson didn't play great, but he didn't turn the ball over. You know, Tennessee, like, their secondary was depleted. And, you know, they had a bunch of injuries on the back end, and Ty Simpson took advantage. And it's just, can't make these mistakes if you want to go on the road and win this game.
Dude, I missed this in real time. Watch this Alabama linebacker crack the fucking Tennessee tight end.
Let me see.
Watch number 3. Look, yo, dude. I want you to see what you're gonna see. I'm gonna replay it. I'm gonna watch this dude. I mean, dude.
Decleated.
I mean, he was like, no. And then he was like, oh, wait, I can't tackle him yet. And he just let him go. He was like,
damn.
He was like, no, I can't hit him. Damn.
That's crazy.
But yeah, dude. I mean, you know, back to it, though. Alabama, you know, everyone's talked about since losing Nick Saban and getting Kalen DeBoer. You know, obviously, this is a different team. This isn't yada, yada, yada. They lost to freaking Florida State at the beginning of the year. Oh, the world's ending, yada, yada, yada.
That was just Gus Malzahn. Gus Malzahn just hates Alabama. He
does. He comes into prime form. He gets a +10 stat boost to all of his skills versus Alabama. But Alabama is now 6 in a row four in a row versus ranked opponents. Georgia, Vanderbilt, Missouri, and now Tennessee.
Dog, it's the first time that's ever happened in the SEC without a bye in between those games because they didn't have a bye.
Nope. Straight
they
through.
Just went 4 straight. It's the first time in SEC history a team has done that.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
I mean, that's the amount of pressure on a team like Alabama is insane. I don't think people really get how hard it is to be a team at that high of a level, dude. Not only are you playing the best of the best, which they are, they're getting the best shot from those teams that they can, dude. Like every single one of those teams is hitting them with everything they got.
Mm-hmm. I mean, look, man, one thing I will say, Alabama, they still need to try to run the ball better. Their leading rusher was Jeremy Bernard, a receiver.
Yeah.
That's, that gives me some concern about them going forward. But other than that, dog, they're a great team. And have you seen the stats about Kalen DeBoer's black hoodie of death?
Oh, no, I saw another stat from him, but what's the black hoodie stat? I didn't see that.
He is Alabama fans, they got really upset. Remember, because he replaces Nick Saban. They got really upset when Kalen DeBoer would, not wear a polo, like not look professional.
Yeah.
Initially, they got really upset about it. But now he's notorious for wearing like a black Alabama sweatshirt or like a hoodie.
Yeah.
He's 14-2 when he wears that hoodie. So Alabama fans now love him that he doesn't wear polos.
Dude, I wonder how many black Alabama hoodies that organization is selling.
Dog,
right
they're
now, dude.
sold out. They're sold out. I looked it up this morning. They're sold out.
You can't even get one.
No.
Yeah, it's great. I mean, and you're right, dude. The run game for Alabama is a little bit of worry. I mean, they got the big back in Jam Miller, and they really that dude's just a body. He's not going to get a lot of yards. Yeah. He's just in there to get hard ones when you need it. So, shouts to Jam Miller for being the featured tote. And, Jeremy Bernard, you're right. He is a wide receiver, but they were giving him, he got 4 touches. Like, I feel like at this point, it's kind of intentional. So they've got something going on with him. Because you're right. They need
a great
something.
Offensive coaching staff. They know how to get their players the ball.
Yeah. And they listen, dude, this is a Division I fucking football program. They understand they need to run the football. We're saying it. They get it. And they're trying to figure it out. And you can
I don't know if I could say that because Lincoln Riley exists.
Well, okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. This is Alabama. They're in the SEC and they're competing. They're trying to compete for a national championship. They know that they need to run the ball. And I think you see that in some of these numbers. They're doing a lot of stuff to try to, eye candy away from just a direct run. They're adding jet sweeps, which is, the Jeremy Bernard stuff, the Ryan Williams carries. It's a lot of stuff like that. A lot of like tosses out of motion. Just stuff to throw wrinkles at defenses to make sure that, like, when you line up in your traditional set, they're not just selling out for the run. So we'll see what happens.
You have to also give that Alabama defense credit. They had 4 sacks and 8 tackles for loss. And coming into the game, Tennessee was the better, defensive front in terms of causing disruption and havoc. But Alabama, they outplayed them, man. And that's, if you get a lead early like that, you can just pin your ears back and get after the quarterback.
Yeah.
Like,
and
football's not that complicated, man.
Yeah, it's just hard to do in the moment. And my one last thing is I want to shout out Xavier Brown, who is the guy that got the pick 6 that we were talking about. Mm-hmm. 7 tackles, 3 solo tackles out of like that hybrid corner safety. Traditionally, he's more of a corner, but you see him kind of move around, especially as they get closer to the goal line.
They call it star. It's like that nickel. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like that super corner where he does a little bit of everything. Mm-hmm. And, obviously 7 total tackles, 3 solo, and a touchdown. What a stat line from a kid in the game that mattered so much for this team.
Player of the week, potentially? I don't know.
In the Alabama locker room, he damn for sure is.
Absolutely.
A 99-yard touchdown, dude. Fuck yeah, he deserves at least something. Give him donuts or something. Give him Give them an extra
dude,
steak at dinner, dude.
They just smoke cigars. They're smoking that Tennessee patch.
Oh, duh, that's right. I forgot. It's the Tennessee-Alabama game. Yeah, he got the biggest cigar. They gave him the biggest cigar.
Yeah.
All right. Moving on. We were talking about oil money. Let's talk about oil money going down.
This game was fucking crazy at the end.
This game was, dude. The last quarter of this game, honestly, not even the last quarter, but the end of this game was insane.
Yeah.
This all happened within the last 8 minutes of the game. All
Arizona
this happened
State, they blow a 12-point lead in the fourth quarter. And then so Texas Tech, they go ahead with 2 minutes left. They take a 22-19 lead. And then Sam Leavitt said, "Fuck you. I'm going to break your heart." Yeah. And he led a 75-yard touchdown drive. And Arizona State, they're able to get the upset. Sam Leavitt's a dog, man. Dude,
Sam Leavitt is a dog. You know, the difference between this team with and without him is truly night and day.
They got blasted by Utah without him.
Yeah, and you know, it's hard. You know, it's hard for a team like Arizona State when you're relying on a player like Sam Leavitt, because you know they got great talent, but that team needs their quarterback. If they don't have their quarterback, they are just not the same. And that happens, especially at that level of college football, like the Big 12. The Big 12 is the conference of we need this player, you know, whatever it is for whatever team. That's where you're at. You know, that's that level of football. They recruit well, but they don't recruit like the SEC where they're 2-3 deep in most positions. But they got great players, but they got one, you know, they've got. And so, you know, Sam Leavitt makes the difference. I mean, I think that dude's a great player personally. And he did it this game, man. A good bit of yards, only 1 touchdown, but no turnovers. And that's really all you need out of your quarterback.
And to your point, Riley, Texas Tech, their starting quarterback, Baron Morton, he was out. He did not play. But Will Hammond, he struggled early, but then he started playing better towards the end of the game.
Yeah.
You know, Morton, he's kind of injury prone, so that's a little bit more expected.
Yeah.
You know, it's just look, man. Jordan Tyson, one of the more underrated wide receivers in the entire country. Like if he didn't play for Arizona State, I feel like a lot more people would know who he is. But he's an absolute stud. Just, you know, it's the Big 12, man. It's the Big 12. It's Russian roulette.
They're always looking at each other like, which ones are you them? Are we them? I mean, Texas Tech, in a game where you have your star quarterback out, they just no attempt to try to do any kind of running. And it's Texas Tech. You don't expect that. You know, that's one of the innovators of the air raid, obviously. It's like one of the traditional schools where that's what they're going to do. But god dang, dude, give your guys some help, man. He did a good job considering the situation he was in, but they did not much to help him in that sign. And in Arizona, I mean, Arizona State, they're a solid team, especially in the Big 12 against most of their competition in and out. As long as they got their quarterback, as long as their team's doing all right, they've got that dog in them, dude. We saw it in this game. I mean, to go down that late against a team like Texas Tech and to make a 10-play, 75-yard drive in 1 minute and 40 seconds and score a touchdown, dude, that's the dog. That's having that dog in you.
That is Baker Mayfield. That is Patrick Mahomes. That is that type of shit that you want from your quarterback.
Yep.
And also shout out. I don't know if did you see this, Riley?
What?
Did you see what the Texas Tech defensive line coach did?
Oh no, I didn't.
Before the game, he went over to the Arizona State student section and started yelling at the students, saying, "We're gonna fucking kick y'all's ass. Y'all can't block us. We're gonna dominate you up front."
Oh, dude, that's
so shout out to him.
That's the most defensive line coach thing I've ever heard. If you want to know anything about football or the coaches, certain coaches are supposed to have certain mentalities, and I'm firm on that belief.
Yes.
And if your defensive line coach isn't that level of psycho, you have zero chance of being successful.
Mm-hmm.
But that is crazy, dude. You got
I've been around.
Do that.
I've been around some crazy ass D-line coaches.
Oh, dude. Yeah, dude. You gotta have a guy that crazy. If your defensive line coach isn't being accused of being on some kind of hard drug, like it's just
you're doing it wrong.
Yeah, you're not gonna have a good time.
No. But that's like that is a cut above. Like you can't do that shit.
No, you can't. That's different.
Because then you got pushed around and you fucking lost.
Yeah, you got to be careful. You got to be crazy, but you got to be crazy in a way that doesn't make you look stupid if it doesn't happen. Like that's the problem right there.
Like what did the students do to you, dog? That's what I want to know.
They wore the wrong color. They're wearing our colors. Sniffs drug. But yeah, dude,
Yeah.
Arizona State 26-22, a sneaky squeak out win against the number 7 team in the country.
Yeah.
Texas Tech falls, oil money down.
They are down, dude.
Sparky up.
Sparky is up. Absolutely.
Right.
Shout out to the co-eds.
Yeah, right. All right, we don't have to spend a lot of time talking about this game, but we got to talk about it just a little bit. Oregon, fucking
dog. Did you see how many total yards of offense they had?
Oh, hold on. Let's go. There it is. 750, dog. I mean, this was insane get back. You want to talk about a comeback game, dude, a get right game? There you go.
I don't know if Texas has had that many total yards with Arch Manning all year.
I don't know. There's a few teams that may not have that many total yards in this season.
Auburn.
Oh, dude. Yo, listen, man. I like to ride my truck, and Auburn sucks. That's all I know.
Yeah, dude.
Like,
shout out to Big Dog.
But yeah, dude. Nah, dude. 750 in one game from one offense is big numbers. Those are crazy numbers. And once again, let's talk about under 100 yards passing for Rutgers. Now, listen, it's not like Rutgers is.
It's Rutgers.
It's Rutgers, but they're a Big Ten team. I feel like they should probably get traded to the Ivy Leagues. Let's get them out of the Big Ten or something. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Let's relegate them. I don't know what we're going to do. Can we replace Rutgers with JMU maybe? I don't know. Someone needs to take that spot. Let's get them out of here. But under 100 yards passing, just crusting 100 yards rushing, though. That's kind of impressive. But, dude, Oregon, 200-plus yard rushers.
Fucking crazy.
Dude, almost 300 yards out of the quarterback. They pulled him late, so he didn't really get to complete his journey.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what to say, man. I don't know what to say.
They're a really good team.
They're a damn
They just got beat by a better team in Indiana. They're still a really good team.
Dude, and I feel like that Indiana game, the big thing for that game is that I think Oregon underestimated Indiana.
Yeah.
I don't think Dan Lanning took Kurt Cignetti serious, and I think that was a problem, and I think he learned the hard way. And, you know, I like Dan Lanning. I think we both like Dan Lanning. He's a great coach. We've talked about it a lot. Great coaches make mistakes. I think the only mistake Dan Lanning's made this season is underestimating Kurt Cignetti. And I'm going to tell you one thing. I bet you he fucking won't do it again.
No. Fuck no.
Yeah. That's just a fact.
Oh, dude. I mean, look, man, like, dog, Oregon might have blown it. Because, so they take, the divisions are no longer a thing now in the SEC and the Big Ten. So you've got Ohio State undefeated, Indiana undefeated. I don't see either of those two teams losing anytime soon, which means they're going to play in the championship game. Now, does Oregon still make the playoff? Yeah. Like, unless they have some head-scratching losses. But I don't think they're going to make the championship game. I mean,
we're seeing the Oregon is going to get Ohio State from last year, essentially, is what's going to happen. Like a couple weird losses in the conference, and now they're not playing for the championship game, though they probably should be. It's like one of those. But at the same time,
I don't know, man.
I was about to say,
beat them fair and square.
Yeah. No, and I mean, same thing. Obviously, Ohio State lost to Michigan, and that was crazy last year. But they also lost head-to-head versus Oregon in the regular season, and that was kind of the killer for them in reality.
Yes.
And, I think you see something similar to this where it's like one loss versus one good team in Indiana, and Oregon's, dreams of winning the Big Ten are kind of in a weird spot.
Yeah.
But like you said, they should make the playoff. I'm going to say
They
should.
should.
As long as they keep playing like they are and they keep winning like they have been, they should make the playoff. And, who knows? But that Big Ten, dude, the Big Ten, the SEC, and the SEC this year, it's looking like it's going to be, like the King Walrus battles where it's just two big walruses slapping bellies. I feel like that's what we're going to get in the college football playoffs versus the Big Ten and the SEC.
Mm-hmm.
King Walrus fight.
Yeah, dog. I mean, shout out to Oregon. That's a cross-country trip for them.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, the jet lag is a very real thing. We've seen it, bite teams before. But they came out, dog, and they just crushed them.
Yeah. They played that well in the smog of New Jersey. That's impressive.
It is.
All right.
Speaking of impressive, Riley.
Oh, you did it to me.
I know.
We're going to talk about the next big SEC game, the last of the Trinity. We're going to talk about another guy who, it's got to be in the Heisman candidacy just off of winning alone.
Mm-hmm.
We got LSU
6-1.
Dude, 6 only loss coming to Bama. I mean, this is a very serious Vanderbilt team, dude. This is a good LSU team.
They're talented. They can't put it together.
Yeah, and Vanderbilt, dude, not only could they not put it together, Vanderbilt fucking handled it.
Yeah.
They handled it in a way that to me was almost shocking, for lack of better terms.
Look, man, Vanderbilt, I think the best way to sum this up is Vanderbilt beat the number 10 team in the country in LSU, and they didn't storm the field. The goalposts were not taken down.
Which I think they should have been.
I mean, look, dog, but that's a credit to Clark Lee and that staff and how good of a program they are. They were the better team, and they knew it.
Yeah.
They beat LSU, and their fans are just like, yeah, we expect that now.
Yeah. And Super Lee is bringing up two very good points from this, and I was going to bring them up too. First and foremost, this is the first time LSU beat Vandy since 1990, which is crazy. It's that they haven't beat them for longer than we've been alive, Preston. That's
I know.
Insane. 7 years to our lifespan, they hadn't beaten them. And this is
Vanderbilt.
Yeah, right. You don't expect it. And this is Vandy's first 6-1 start in 75 years. If you do the math, since 1950. Dude, I mean, Vanderbilt, last time that they did this well, they had dudes that had just served in World War II coming back, and that's why they were so mean. Like they were nasty because they had dudes that fought the Nazis on their team. Like,
Dinker asked a really good question, though. I don't know if they do. I think they should, but I don't know if the voters respect them enough.
I think they do. At this point, with all the losses that we had this week as well, if they're not like 9 or 10, I think it's crazy. Just off of who lost, who won, and what the rankings look like. I feel like if they're not around 9 or 10 at least, then I mean the committee's smoking copium.
Their only loss is to a top 5 team in Alabama that's just beaten 4 straight SEC ranked teams.
I mean, a team in Alabama.
Like that is
top 3.
If you want to talk about quality losses, that is a quality loss.
As quality as they get. Yeah, I agree. I feel like Ole Miss should be. Yeah, they should pass each other for sure. Mm-hmm. I feel like Vandy should go up. I feel like Vandy takes Georgia's like 9 spot. Georgia goes up to like 5 and takes Ole Miss's spot. Ole Miss goes down to like 13, probably 12, 13. Yeah. And then, Alabama's got to be a top 3 at this point. I mean, I think they were 5, 6 coming into this.
Yeah.
6.
So I think it'll be Ohio State. Indiana will be 2. And I think Alabama will probably be 3.
Yeah. I agree. I think that's in my head. That's about where I'm at too. I
Mhm.
feel like you can't take you obviously you can't take OSU out of the top. Yeah, Miami drops. Obviously, they lost, so they're no longer the 2. Like you said, I think Indiana is a very fair number 2, and then everything else considered, that's it. I
A&M will
mean,
probably be top 5. They're
A&M will
undefeated.
probably. I think they were number 4. I don't think they're going to move. I don't.
Yeah,
Their win wasn't good enough to get them up compared to like number 6 Alabama beat number 11 Tennessee by like almost 2 touchdowns, and number 4 Texas A&M beat an unranked Arkansas by 3 points.
So you think Bama jumps A&M?
I think so. I think they had a more quality win coming 4 in a row against ranked opponents, beating the number 11 team as number 6. I feel like that's cause and just. The only other one would be like, I mean, I think Georgia probably, like I said, I think Georgia goes number 5. Though they beat the number 5 team, so maybe Georgia jumps. I feel like it's going to be Alabama or Georgia that jumps Texas A&M though. One of them's going to do it, I think. I don't think you can rightfully move Texas A&M up 1 considered what those other 2 teams did to the ranked opponents they played.
Yeah. I think that's fair.
They're on the committee and I'm not, so they're going to do whatever the fuck they want.
True. But yeah, man, I mean, going back to Vanderbilt, this was a great game. You know, we talked about it, man. LSU, they can't run the ball. And Garrett Nussmeier, if you pressure him and you actually pressure him, if you blitz him, a blitz and a pressure are 2 different things. If you blitz him and you don't get after him, he's going to carve you up. But if you actually affect him and get pressure on him, you can force him to make bad errant throws, and LSU can't run the ball. And look, man, Vanderbilt, they controlled the game. It felt like for this whole game, Vanderbilt had firm control of it, you know, and just, I mean, agree. Look, dog, they had 36 minutes time of possession.
Yeah. It's the run game. It's the run game for them. This is the, you know, we talk about this a lot, but you know, there's plus and minuses to everything, right? With every sword, you both live by it and die by it. And for a team like Vanderbilt, the sword that they live and die by is the run game. When you get up on a team early, the live by it is that you are dragging this game out, dude. You have, like you said, 36 minutes of possession. You will most likely have the possession, like you'll have the possession advantage, time of possession advantage. You'll have, you know, just this brute force kind of, you're just running the ball, taking the time, draining the clock. You know, the die by it is if you get behind, like they did with Alabama, you got to figure out how to take those shots that you're not used to taking. That's the die by. But Vanderbilt, man, they can run the ball. We said it when we talked about Georgia Tech. We said it when we covered previous games of Vanderbilt. If you have to stop a competent running quarterback, it is impossible. Might as well be. It's just so hard. You're just it's counter to every scheme you develop in football. You assume that the quarterback is kind of a null player. He's going to throw the ball, whatever. Maybe he runs, but like you don't count for him like that. But Diego Pavia, you have to circle him with a big red circle. You have to essentially keep at least a defender watching him the whole time. That dude can't rush. That dude can't really drop back too hard. Like he's got to stay close, but he can't pass rush. It's hard. It's hard to stop.
And then, like, I mean, we saw this, right? Like, they had Diego Pavia in the backfield with weeks on him, and Pavia just made him miss. And it's so demoralizing because you're like, okay, we have the perfect defense. Everyone's covered. We even have the quarterback spy, and then Pavia still breaks out and runs for 7 yards and gets a first down.
Yeah.
Like, it's just there's nothing you can do.
Yeah. It's hard, dude. It's a hard stop. But yeah, man. I mean,
shout out to Vandy.
Yeah, shout out to Vandy, dude. 240 total out of Diego Pavia and the W. What a big win for them. Vanderbilt 6-1.
Win.
All right. We got Georgia Tech beat Duke in a game that was a lot closer. It really kind of was to the end where Georgia Tech really pulled out of this.
Yeah.
You know, the scoreboard says a lot. It's a little bit out compared to what it was.
Duke drove down the field early, and then they fumbled the ball at the goal line, and Georgia Tech scooped it up and fucking scored. So that shit was crazy.
But we're gonna move past that one to Notre Dame and USC.
Hey, Riley.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
He is who we thought he is who we thought he was.
Oh yeah, dude. Lincoln Riley, the orchestrator of disappointment.
Just dog. They gave up 300 yards rushing.
Dude, that's crazy. I mean, that's what a stat line out of them, right?
Jeremiah Love, who another guy, I think he's firmly in the Heisman Trophy race. He is by far the best running back in college football. 228 yards with a long of 63.
He averaged almost 10 yards a carry. 9.5.
Fucking ridiculous.
Yeah,
this is USC.
This is one of their biggest rivals historically.
Yes.
And I mean, Notre Dame was like, we got a young, untested quarterback, not untested, but young quarterback who's not been through too much at CJ Carr. Let's step back and let's hand the ball to the bell cow, Jeremiah Love, and let's make USC stop it. And USC did not.
No, it was a rainstorm too. Like everyone with a brain knew what Notre Dame was going to do. We've got the best 2 running backs in the country. Jadarian Price is no slouch. He had almost 100 yards rushing and a kickoff return touchdown. And they're just like, we're just going to run the ball. It's a fucking rainstorm. It's miserable. We're just going to run the ball. Dude, and they had no answers, dog. I said it on the Friday stream, man. I think that USC win over Michigan said a lot more about Michigan and how much we overrated their lines of scrimmage. They lost a lot in the NFL draft last year. Yeah. And USC was able to push them around. But now they play legit NFL bodies up front and NFL players on the lines of scrimmage. And they give up 300 yards rushing.
And let's not talk about the 3 turnovers for USC, dude. The rain was really affecting them. A fumble and 2 interceptions. And the interceptions were very bobbly. It's
the fumble was stupid. Did you see the fumble?
Yeah.
It was a wide receiver reverse pass that Notre Dame snuffed out, and they forced a fumble on Mekhi Lemon.
It's always,
Lincoln Riley,
great
the
defense.
Big brain play calling, dog. It strikes again.
Dude, them Riley brothers and their fucking excellent play calling, dude. I swear to God. They're so fucking good, dude. I swear. God damn.
If you want to know the story of the game, Riley,
give it to
USC had to play on 4th and inches. And they play action and threw the ball deep, and it was incomplete. Just fucking run the ball.
Yeah.
But Lincoln Riley doesn't believe in bubs.
He doesn't
believe in the lines of scrimmage, Riley.
I was going to say, do you think USC should have ran the ball there? Is that really? I think they should have ran a screen. I think they should have ran a wide receiver screen on 4th and inches. I actually think that's what they should have done.
I mean, look, dog, it's just Jaden Maeva. He was one of the better quarterbacks coming into in the country coming into this game. Like you said, he had 2 turnovers. You have to shout out this Notre Dame defense, man. Mm-hmm. Their secondary is really, really good. Christian Gray and Leonard Moore. Leonard Moore, they lined him up in the slot on Mekhi Lemon most of the game. And for the most part, he shut him down. Yeah. Mekhi Lemon is an absolute stud, and they really couldn't throw him. They really couldn't go to him all that often. He was really kind of taken out of the game. They went to Jacoby Lane a lot more. But dog.
I mean, Mekhi Lemon, he got four passes for 76 yards, which is crazy. But if you consider that he caught one for 42 on like kind of a bust. Yeah. You take that off. I mean,
that's three passes.
For 32 yards.
Yeah.
34 yards.
That's what I'm saying. Like, he had the one big play, but other than that, he was kind of shut out of the game.
And that's a dude that you expect to do big things. I mean, Mekhi Lemon, like you said, stud. And I just want to reiterate that because the dude is truly a stud.
He is. He's an absolute monster. He's gonna be an NFL first round pick. It's USC, they take the lead 24-21, and then they immediately give up a kick return touchdown to Jadarian Price. And that was the ball game. That was basically the ball game.
Yep.
And if you give up 300 yards rushing, I can't take you seriously.
No,
I will never take you seriously.
Yeah, no, for sure. That's hard, man. And I feel like Notre Dame, obviously they had the crazy start of the season. They lost to 2 in a row to Miami and then Texas A&M back to back,
which looked like really good losses.
Yeah, no, for sure. Those were great. I mean, they played both of those teams close.
Mm-hmm.
They went out there and they did the work that they had to do against them. And you know what? Here they are. Now they're 13. They were 13th ranked coming into this game. They played the number 20 team. They beat them with all this. I think they get top 10. I think this is finally Notre Dame's top 10 nod after getting knocked out after that second game.
Yeah.
And, yeah, dude, looks good for the Fighting Irish, dude. The climbing back up into relevancy is crazy.
And the more important thing, Riley, is their playoff hopes are still alive.
For sure.
A 2-loss Notre Dame team, I think, gets into the playoff. With that schedule, and, like we said it on Friday, the loser of this game, their playoff hopes are extinguished. And, dog, what a way to go. Giving up 300 yards rushing. And Lincoln Riley is even, dog, he's just a bitch. He wants to end this rivalry because it's too fucking tough. What a bitch.
What a guy.
What a bitch, man. I hope they don't end this rivalry.
They probably are. After giving up 300 yards, I think Lincoln Riley's like, yeah, no, I'm done. I don't want to do that anymore.
Never forget, dude. He left Oklahoma because they decided to go to the SEC. He's like, I don't want to do that. I'm going to go to USC.
Well, speaking of Oklahoma and the SEC, let's move on to our next game, Oklahoma versus South Carolina. Don't really have much to say for this one besides, Oklahoma is like, we're just going to let defense win this one, dude. They didn't really ask John Mateer to do much. They ran the ball. They played great defense, and that's it.
Look, man, their defense is elite. We've talked about it all year. Their offense is the thing that gives me concern. But if Mateer's healthy, he's a really good college quarterback. But their defense is championship caliber, dog. Their defense is fucking devastating. That's a tough place to play, man.
Yeah, no. Especially against this team, who I think is just, at this point, South Carolina, they're just having one of those seasons, man. It happens. Sometimes you get all these great players and you have a great quarterback. Everything seems like it's the ball is in your court, but it's just not working. And this is one of those years for them.
Shout out Penn State.
Yeah, right. Shout out Penn State, dude. You think you're so great, Penn State. But yeah, I really don't have much more to say about this one, dude. 26-7. That 7 came in the second quarter for South Carolina, and that was it.
We got to talk about the Holy War, Riley.
We do. That's the next game.
Yes.
That is the big game, or the last big game for the college thing. We got some more that we might talk about, but this is the last game that we're really going to focus on.
Yep.
And that is the Utah Utes versus the BYU Cougars.
Provo at night.
Yeah, dude, I can't believe the Mormons were in the Holy War. It's sad.
Look, dog, BYU, I question their strength of schedule coming into this game. And I'm going to have to eat crow on this because they're just a really damn good football team.
Yeah.
And the lines of scrimmage, they just, dog, the difference in this game, as it so often is in these rivalry games that are always way closer than you probably think, it's turnovers. Utah had 2, BYU had 0.
Yep, that's it.
And BYU was able to capitalize on those turnovers. Dampierre, he had an interception. They also had a fumble that they lost. And look, man, Bear Bachmeier, what a college football name. Is that not the greatest name you've ever heard for a starting quarterback?
That's pretty good. Honestly, I feel like that should be like a Mike. That's like a Mike linebacker, dude. Bear Bachmeier, but that's a pretty good name. That's a wearing number 47, by the way, which was fucking me up all night long. Dude, him wearing 47 was fucking me up. Look, every time I was like, who the fuck, number 47? Is that a fullback? Oh, no, that's right. It's a fucking quarterback.
Yeah, dude. Look at Dinker. Dinker gets it. When your quarterback's name is Bear and he rocks 47, you're going to have a good year, man. And BYU is undefeated.
Yeah.
The only undefeated team in the Big 12.
Yeah, dude. Listen, dude, like I said, who was going to do it to him, dude? BYU. It was BYU and Texas Tech. Hey, Texas Tech took a shot from Arizona State. BYU, they just got to stay course.
Yeah, man. They go to Iowa State next week. Then they have that huge showdown at Texas Tech. That'll be a banger, dude. I'm excited for that one.
If they can beat Texas Tech, I think that sets them up. I mean, at this point, Cincinnati, I think, is probably the one that's going to take Texas Tech's spot.
Maybe.
In the Big 12, I think. I mean, hold on. Let's click. Yeah, let's go.
I mean, don't count out Arizona State, dog. Like,
all right. So the current standings as it stands after this week is BYU, Cincinnati, Arizona State, Texas Tech. So BYU.
Look at that fucking mismatch at the top of the Big 12.
Dude, it is crazy.
It's fucking ridiculous, but it'll sort itself out. You know, it always does.
Yeah, no, it's always wild. You get down here and you're like, ooh.
It's Russian roulette, dog. They're all the same team.
They are. They're all like right there. Besides like the very bottom, it's like 4-3 to 5-2, and then you get like the 6-1s and 7-0s mixed in.
Houston is 3-1. I don't know if I trust them to do it.
When they're ranked that low down at this point, even considering the fact that they're 3-1 and fifth in the standing, that means that they have to be perfect for it to happen for them. That's essentially what that means.
And they probably need some help too. But it is the Big 12, so
it is the Big 12.
That is very likely.
I mean, Arizona State and Texas Tech kind of cannibalized themselves in this one, and so if Texas Tech can beat BYU, that'll shake some shit up. If Cincinnati loses a game before they get to the end, that'll probably shake it up too. But on Cincinnati, that Cincinnati team looks pretty good. They've been very consistent all season. They've only got one loss. And BYU, who's going to beat them on their schedule?
I don't know. I mean, that was the toughest game they played, and they won.
Yeah,
they passed it. So. All right, Riley, you wanna hit on any other college games?
We just kind of run through the last of the top 25, just talk about them. I do want to say I like to ride my truck, and Auburn sucks. At least that's what Mizzou was saying.
Yeah.
Bo Pribula threw 2 interceptions, and they still won.
That game was bad. That was ugly, ugly football. That game was just not good.
Ooh, Houston has an easy road. I mean, I feel like it's the Big 12. They all kind of got an easy road.
Yeah,
it's winning the games you're supposed to win.
Like they're all the same team. That's why it's Russian roulette.
Yep. But yeah, ugly game out of Bo Pribula and Mizzou, but they win after losing, coming back, on the road in Auburn. And this is it, dude. They needed this win, and it was a hard-fought win. They fought and they won. That's it, dude. For a team like Mizzou, that's what you need. No one expects you to win, so just winning is all you got to do. That's a fun spot to be in.
I still think Penn State should reach out to Drink. I don't know if he's interested.
I feel that.
Yeah,
I feel that. No, I agree. I agree with you 100%.
Bro,
dude,
can Texas just go away?
They're close. They're close.
Like I'm sick of hearing about Texas. They have a great defense, but their offensive line is dog shit. It's crazy, Riley. If you watch
they beat
Texas,
Kentucky.
Yeah, dog. That game went to overtime. It's Kentucky. Dinker gets it. Their offensive line is trash. Yeah, I'm tired of hearing about Texas, man. They were the preseason #1 team in the country.
In the current season, number 21 team. Come on, man. They're good.
No, dude. Obviously, no. It's just it's crazy, Riley. If you don't have an offensive line, how quickly your offense goes to complete fucking dog shit. Yeah. Isn't that crazy?
Oh, dude, it'll make it fail very fast.
I mean, just
UAB upsetting Memphis. That one was kind of crazy. They had just fired their head coach. You want to talk about mojo from losing a coach, getting a new coach. That's it right there, dude. UAB upsetting Memphis Ryan Silverfield's a great coach out in Memphis, and
He is, dog. I know him personally. I love
that's a
Ryan
mean
Silverfield.
team. That's a very mean team out there. And UAB with a new coach, an interim head coach, and everything coming out and getting this win, dude. What a win for them.
The new coach bump, dude. It's a real thing unless you're Penn State.
Yeah, unless you're Penn State.
Yeah.
That's because the coach they fired was actually good.
Yeah.
If you fire a shitty coach and you replace them with anything else, they tend to get a bump. If you fire a good coach and replace them with fucking something else, then you're not going to get it. Anyways.
No.
Anyways. Cincinnati beat the out of Oklahoma State. I mean, Oklahoma State, they're a squad that's, they're obviously suffering on the new coach.
They're awful. They're awful. They're awful, dude. Like, we don't have to talk about this.
I know, but Cincinnati, I just want to talk about it simply because Cincinnati, we had just talked about Cincinnati in the Big 12. And so for them, really, I just kind of want to go click in, look at their path in.
Yep.
I mean, they've got to play Utah, and then they have the big showdown with BYU second to last game of the season.
Mm-hmm.
So, this is they have a schedule that is winnable, but also if they win out, I mean, they put themselves in a great position.
Yep.
So, I just want to shout out the Cincinnati Bears. They're recruiting with the Kelsey money this year.
All right, Riley, are we ready?
I think we're ready, dude.
I think it's time.
It's time as we look at the Rams beating the crap out of the Jaguars in London. I mean, this was a home game for the Jaguars, and they just couldn't do it, man.
Shout out Kobe Turner, man.
Nothing will ever be as funny as the Rams' home stadium being London, because they played there like 5 games straight, or like 5 international games straight were the Jaguars.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let's get some guesses in. Saints Bears, first one in Chicago. Who do you feel?
Dog, do you think I'm gonna pick the Bears knowing how much I shit on them? The Saints are a good team, man. They've been close. And this one of the quiet aspects of this game is the Spencer Rattler, Caleb Williams storyline. They were teammates at Oklahoma for a year. So give me the Saints, dog. I'm picking the Saints.
Honestly, I'm going to pick the Saints too. I feel like the Bears, after beating a team like the Commanders, that was so cathartic for them. Like, even being a Commanders fan, them beating us this year after losing the way they did last year, that's got to feel good for their soul. But after winning a game like that, getting that relief, I feel like this is the exact kind of game where a team like the 1-5 Saints come in and get a good win.
Yeah.
I agree with you, dude. I'm going to pick the Saints.
Crazy.
Dolphins versus Browns. I don't even want to pick this. Do we have to pick this?
I don't want to pick this either. Like, this is fucking terrible.
I'm going to take the Browns. I mean, even with no quarterback, I feel like the defense is just going to be the difference maker.
I'm going to take the Dolphins just because how the fuck can I trust the Browns?
I feel it, dude. Hey, the problem is this game's going to be colder.
It is going to be colder.
It's going to be like 66, but in Cleveland,
okay, damn.
Cleveland, it's probably going to be like 66, feels like 52 with rain. Patriots versus Titans in Nashville. All right, let's say it on 3. 1, 2, 3. Patriots.
Yeah. Dog, it's the Vrabel revenge game. What are you talking about?
Dude, I want them to smack these. I want them to fuck the Titans up. And it's not even I have no malice towards the Titans. I just want Mike Vrabel to get his vengeance.
He absolutely deserves it too.
Raiders at Chiefs. This is an interesting one because, well, the Raiders, they're down a lot of people. and I think, if they were full health, I think this would be a different conversation. But down Brock Bowers, who's got to be their best offensive player. I think there's no doubt in my mind.
Yeah.
Down some linemen, I think I got to go to the Chiefs here, man. Even though Max Crosby's probably going to have a great game.
The Chiefs get Crashy Rice back. Shout out Jack Lee. So they're going to have, a full arsenal of weapons at Mahomes' disposal. It's at home, dog. The Chiefs. Give me the Chiefs.
They need this one, dude. They need to keep the momentum, the winning momentum up.
Mm-hmm.
Eagles at Vikings. Now, this is probably going to be a pretty good game.
I'm excited for this game.
I don't know who I want here. I really don't. This is a hard pick. Ah, man. I think I'm going to go with the Vikings. At home, the Eagles are a great team. I just think the Vikings, I think they can outpace them. I mean, we talked about it with the Eagles a lot. The Eagles just, if you get them in a shootout, I don't think they know how to shoot. I'm just going to say it.
I mean, it is one of the storylines is the Carson Wentz revenge factor. The Eagles thought they could do way better than Carson Wentz. They kind of told Carson Wentz to go fuck himself. It's just Carson Wentz in a big game. Do you trust him? That's the thing. Give me the Eagles. I like the Eagles.
Dinker, I know never trust Carson Wentz except for one game a season. And I'm telling you, this is it. Panthers versus Jets, aka do the Jets get a win game?
No, they don't.
I don't think they do either, though. This is an away game. You know what? Fuck it. I'm going to pick the Jets for the memes. I believe the Panthers can't win unless they're at home. That's my belief. They're 3-3. They're 3-0 at home and 0-3 on the road. I don't know. Yeah, you're right, dude. Carson Wentz does look like he's throwing in slow motion.
He does. But, he absolutely does, man.
This has nothing to do with Carson Wentz. Honestly, I don't think Carson Wentz is going to lose this game. I think the Eagles are going to lose this game. Actually, I don't think Carson Wentz is going to win this game. I think the Eagles are going to lose this game. That's what I'm going to say. Giants at Broncos. I'm going to take the Broncos. That one's quick for me.
Yeah.
I feel like, the exciting whites, the creatine Caucasians, they've had a great run. If Cam Scatterbo can get hot and get running this game, then they might have a chance. But if they're going to leave this in Jackson Dart's hands, the Broncos defense is going to fuck them up, I feel.
Yeah, they have an elite level defense.
Yeah.
This is a good game, Riley.
This is a great game. This is probably one of the best games of the day. The Colts versus the Chargers. This is a neutral site game in SoFi Stadium. But
yeah,
I mean, I feel like I don't know, man. This is a hard one.
I'm gonna do it, dude. Give me the Colts.
I feel like I gotta take
the Chargers are banged up, man.
Dude, I feel like I gotta take the Colts with this one too. The Chargers are just too banged up, man. It's just too much. They're down to like their third string running back, like third string tackle. Like it's a rough time out there.
They're banged up, man. Ooh, we already picked this game.
We did already pick this game. I took the Commanders against the Cowboys. You took the Cowboys.
I did take the Cowboys.
But yeah, dude, this is a big game in the 4:00 time. But the other, I guess, kind of big game. Nah, not at all. The Packers versus the Cardinals.
Give me the Packers.
Give me the Packers, dude. I think the defense against the Cardinals, it's going to be too much.
Yep.
Though the only time the Packers do lose is when they're on the road. So I don't know.
True.
Keep an eye out. And then we have the Falcons versus the 49ers. This is our late game tonight, our last of the Sunday games. I'm going to take the 49ers. I feel like the Falcons very similarly, they are a home team. They're going to do their best at home. The 49ers, I feel like they are a sneaky team that if you have to play them, I mean, we saw it last week against the Buccaneers. The Buccaneers are a great team, dude. Mm-hmm. Baker Mayfield is an MVP candidate. And it took everything he had to actually knock out the 49ers. So, I don't know. I'm going to give this one to Shanahan and the 49ers.
Yeah, man. So now we've got the Monday night game.
Yep, we have 2 Monday games.
Yep.
Buccaneers versus the Lions. This one,
we both picked the Lions.
And this one was
where you're from, boy. Try to give you hard times, try to fuck with your mind, make you run, boy. But you make no sound. Stand your ground and look them in the eye. Say, I don't come here for trouble, but give me a reason, then there's gonna be rumble in the jungle. Motherfucker, no problem. Bring your friends and your family, and I'm gonna fuck them. Die, 'cause you shouldn't have fucked with me.
That's right. TTT game of the week. The Bucks versus the Lions.
We got to get more graphics for Dinker.
Dude, Dinker, I hope you appreciate that one. I worked hard on that one.
Yeah.
Shout out to Big Dog for the inspo. Yeah, we both picked the Lions. Am I correct? Yeah, right?
Yeah, we both picked the Lions.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
All right. Last game, Texans versus the Seahawks. I'm gonna take the Seahawks. I feel like this one's quick. This one's
Give me the
easy.
Seahawks at home, man. Seahawks at home.
Yeah. All right. That's it. We did it. Ran the gambit.
Yep.
We
Enjoy your NFL football Sunday. We very much appreciate you guys. If you have
Absolutely.
not already, please like, comment, and subscribe. Ooh, yeah, Dinker gets it, man.
Yo,
that shit was reggae.
It's shit talking reggae. I can't, off the top of my head, I can't remember what the actual name of the song was. I'll try to remember. I got you, Dinker. I'll try to let you know. I can't remember the name.
Join us, Dinker. If you join us for our Tuesday stream at 2 p.m., we will get you that shit for you.
Oh, yikes. He put me on the pressure. I will do it, though. I do it.
Yeah, he'll do it. We appreciate you, Dinker. We appreciate everyone, Jack Lee, everyone in the chat. If you are continue to watch this, thank you guys so much.
Yep. Drop a like on the stream, comment on the stream, subscribe to us. Please tell someone about the TTT today. It would make my heart very happy. And check us out at Trash Talk Tailgate on all social media platforms. But for this one, folks, we are done. We're going to wrap up and get out of here. We got football to watch.